proceed live whenever you're ready.
All right, this is the happy hour run for the customer.
I'm trying to find it.
Yeah, I just started it here a second or two ago, so it should be up now.
Okay, here it is.
In the meantime, while you're getting logged in or punched into it and stuff, I gotta go grab my phone charger so I don't run into issues.
Right, I got that.
One of these days I should go buy a second one just to keep one in the fucking living room and one in the fucking race room next to the simulator.
You sound like me.
Alright. I'm plugged in, at least into the wall. And should be plugged into the phone here in a second. Alright, there I'm plugged in.
You're still on the grid, right?
Yep, I haven't actually hit the grid button yet.
Oh, okay.
I'm just sitting here next to in front of the Earnhardt Towers building. That's what you should be seeing.
It is.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and start the playback.
All right, this is the happy hour run for the customer truck at Darlington. It'll be 85 laps. We're going to do every 30 laps.
And you should be able to hear me in that pretty good.
Oh, I do.
I don't know how well you'll be able to hear the spotter and shit, but we'll have to see how that goes. But overall, it seemed to the truck drove really, really well. Other than getting a little bit tight as I got toward the end of the run, and I started to lose that right front tire, and I started having a little bit of trouble with it to return four anyway. Wanted to come up and tap the wall. Darlington, South Carolina.
All right, we're ready.
I ain't never been there, but I've sit there and passed it up.
I drove by it on Power Tour, but I didn't stop because I didn't realize I was that close to the Darlington racetrack. And we just went green.
There you go.
Definitely, this is a track you need to exercise a lot of patience on, especially when you're trying to pass. Because this track is not easy to pass on. It's a bitch. Are you able to see all my controls and shit?
Yeah, the gas, yeah. Steering wheel, absolutely.
Alright, just want to make sure you're able to see that stuff. So you're able to see what I'm doing with the throttle and the brakes and everything like that. Yeah, you gotta be real careful coming into turn 2 or turn 1 like that, because you may run into the car in front of you if you ain't careful.
No doubt.
So did you ever get your truck figured out as far as getting around Darlington without getting loose?
No, after I got off last night, no, man, I'm shoot, man, I ain't really done, I ain't done nothing until today, until this afternoon. Wherever I done, my arm is kicking my ass.
Ah, that's no fun.
Oh.
I had to take a little bit of a break before I did happy hour for the trucks because running the road course, my damn left leg got tired from running or doing the brakes and shit.
No doubt. I bet so.
I got those recorded too, so if you want to watch those after this is done.
Oh, absolutely. So you did record the road course?
Yep, I recorded both the Watkins Glen test and the Vine Rock Park test. Even though I made myself look like a fucking fool in both tests. But one thing I can say about running the road courses today and yesterday and stuff, after running the road courses getting back on Darlington, I drove Darlington a lot better than I did before.
I bet so. I bet you learned a lot on that road course to make it compare up to this right here.
Yeah. It definitely teaches you patience. There I'm actually trying to make a pass on the 45 truck.
And yeah. Oh, he wiggled right there.
Yeah, I tapped what's her name in the ass? Hallie Deegan or whatever her name is.
Oh, Haley Deegan.
Yep, she's driving the 13 truck. Boom, hit her in the ass again. Just because I'm a dickhead and do that.
Right.
Actually, it was I couldn't get mowed down quick enough.
Smack that ass.
Just a little bit.
Well, he didn't get an X out of it.
Yeah, all the X's came from wall taps. And that. And I found this is probably one of the best places to pass on the track is coming through turn 3 and turn 4 and stay down on the bottom. That's one of the easiest places to pass.
It's definitely smooth.
Yeah, it's not driving too bad. It's actually driving really good until you get to the end of the run and that right front tire starts to wear out. Then she starts to get a little bit tight. But toward the end of happy hour, I discovered a little secret to be able to get it to turn better through turn 4 as that tire starts to wear out. You got to stay down on the bottom side as much as you can. But yeah, this race is going to be a bunch of cautions, I think. Darlington always is.
Oh, I bet you so.
But I'm pretty happy with my setup so far on the thing. It drives really good. We should be able to make something happen, providing we survive. And that's basically what I'm going to be doing, is starting at the back and just trying to avoid all the wrecks. And that's a race car.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to work myself up from the back to the front. And
You sit back there and wait for them to all wreck and come back to me.
right, absolutely.
Well, yeah, she's driving really good. She drove really good in this happy hour practice. And if you notice how my throttle pretty much through the corners hardly ever hits wide open.
Oh, I know it. You just like roll through there.
Yep, just let it roll the corner. Just enough throttle to keep it from slowing down. And that's the secret to getting around this place. And when I come off the corners and get back on the throttle, you notice it takes me a long time to get back to full throttle.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
I'm well on the straightaway when I get to full throttle. This track, you gotta drive it like a short track.
Well, I don't see where it's loose or tight right now, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, it's still pretty early in the run yet. We're only 17 laps in. And I'm set up for a 30 lap run. Yeah, she never does really get loose on me during the entire test. Other than when I do something stupid like that.
Oh, I saw that right there.
Yeah, I didn't he wasn't clear and I didn't realize he was still there. And I got him. Drives good as long as I don't do shit like that. If I remember right, I think that's the only time I did something and had a situation like that, if I remember right. For the most of it, I ran pretty clean. About 9 laps out from the first pit stop.
I just wish you'd make it more realistic.
As far as the pit strategy for the...
Yeah.
I heard iRacing's working on that.
Really? It would be nice.
it's starting to get a little bit tight on me. Just a little bit. There I got the 35.
Yeah, I saw where he came up and touched him.
Partly because he didn't drop back far as quickly as I was expecting him to. I figured I'd clear him quicker than I did. But that's what happy hour is for, is to fucking learn those fucking lessons. And get an idea how well your truck is going to react around other cars.
Nothing wrong. I mean, I'm telling you, people should do what we do. That's all I gotta say.
I don't know why they don't. You'd have a lot cleaner races if they did.
Because nobody wants to take the time to do it. All they want to do is go out there and run in circles.
Yep. Chase their tail.
I mean, I admit at one point in time I was like that, but I realized that that's not the way to do it. And I mean...
Yeah, ever since I started doing these happy hour runs every day before a race actually runs, before I actually run the race, I always run my happy hours the day before. Ever since I started doing the happy hour practices, my races have gone a lot better than had been before. I have fewer reps.
It gives you a chance to see what it's like out there running the full court. I mean, the full session.
It lets me. I have a lot less crashes. I have a lot better finishes, and I don't screw up on pit road as much. I don't have as many fucking penalties for pit road speed limit penalties or blendline penalties like I used to get, because I actually practice pit stops during these. And we're about 2 pit laps out from our pit stop. The interesting thing about this, though, is during this run, I never got lapped until I pit.
See, that's the thing. And this is the problem. Is if you go do happy hour, you cannot. There is no. They don't stop. They don't take tires. They don't do nothing. And that's where iRacing has got it all messed up.
Yeah. That's
because
why
there's no way to get yourself back on the lead lap.
That's why I don't worry too much about where I finish in these things. This is just basically testing my pit strategy to see if my pit strategy is going to work out for the entire length of the race. Make sure I don't run out of tires and that I don't stay out too fucking long and mess myself up. That kind of thing. Coming down pit road.
There it is.
And we stopped. 6682 is my tire wear. I was a little quick on the throttle trying to leave pit road. I tried taking off while I was still on the jack. But even even though I get a lap down doing this pit stop, I still come back up to like as much as ninth or something before I have to do my next pit stop again.
Okay.
Because eventually they will cycle around because they'll have to pit for fuel.
Oh, they do actually stop and get fuel.
They have to. That's the only reason they pit is for fuel. I don't think they take tires. Based on the lap times, how their lap times don't fall off over the course of a run. They hold about the same lap time throughout the run. They might drop a little bit, but not like my truck does. And that blue truck is on worn tires right now. And I'm on new tires. Lap times are looking really, really good for running this thing.
Oh, I mean, absolutely. I mean, that's a 31.08. You can't beat that.
Yep. The truck works. This is going to be a good setup for this track. At least for my driving style, it works really good. And when I drove your truck last night, when you sent me your setup felt equally good to me.
Well, I appreciate that. Like I said, I owe you credit, man. I mean, I couldn't have done none of it without you. So, but I just gotta go do the arrow and see how that works out.
Yeah, get your arrow set and then just go out and start practicing. I don't know what day you plan to run your race, but I would go out and do a happy hour the day before you plan to run like I do.
Oh, absolutely. I'm gonna try to go out there and do it. I'm gonna work on the arrow and then turn around and go do like a happy hour first thing tomorrow, and then run the race tomorrow night.
Yep.
But I've got to see if I can get I got to see if I can get the card done.
Yeah, the car's going to be just like the truck. Basically, get the thing as comfortable as you can to the thing isn't going to surprise you anywhere, to where it just don't snap loose on you and fucking wreck. And then just basically just go real easy driving it. Like what I said to myself when I started building setups for this fucking week at Darlington, I was like, oh, this is going to be a long fucking week. Especially when I kept banging the fucker into the wall coming into turn 2. And spinning out coming off turn 2.
Man, it looks so sweet coming out of that corner right there.
Which one?
You just came around where the Sunoco sign was.
Run back around, or I see.
All right, you're coming up on the pit entrance right there, getting ready to cross over at the checker flag.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah,
said,
them corners, man. I mean, it's nice coming out of them corners like this right here.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's 2 Sunoco signs.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, the one. Yeah, I see that one.
About 20 kilometers over the next pit stop.
Well, yeah, it's driving really good. It's nice and predictable, and it feels really solid under me. I just gotta make sure I learn to be a little more patient when I'm trying to pass other cars, and make sure I actually clear them before I try coming over. And that's where I got into the biggest trouble during this happy hour, was coming up before I was clear.
You're still currently one lap now.
Oh, there's one close to the road now. Yeah, 41 or 44 laps. This is about when they would be needing fuel.
Alright, 45, looks like you gave me one on the road. Both of those guys are good. Pit stops are starting to come now. We got about 13 laps till our next pit stop.
Next week's Talladega for trucks.
I know. I am looking so forward to that.
And then we got Martinsville for the Xfinity car.
Now that one's a different story.
That one might be a bitch. I'm more or less ready for it, but I definitely need to do a lot of practice before I'm ready to actually run that race.
Yeah, I'm watching where you let off and where you start back up at on corners.
I can tell you exactly where I'm letting off. For turn 1, I'm letting off about at that black Cup Series fucking banner.
Right,
And
yeah.
I start getting back on it at the double Coca-Cola sign. The first one.
Right.
And then on the back straight, I back off just about the O'Reilly fucking banner. And I start getting back on it at the Cup Series sign there.
Hit for a full.
I just did my pit call.
Yeah, I just heard that.
I always like to call it out a little bit earlier than I need to for pitting, just to make sure that it goes through, because sometimes it doesn't always register.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I can see that. I mean, you don't want to pull in there and all of a sudden it not work, right?
Yep.
Yeah, there it is. Got tight.
Yep. Yeah, as we're 4 laps out from pitting. Starting to have a little trouble on the exit of turn 2 as far as being tight too. I'm up to 9th place at this point. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to hang on to it for very long.
What was your tire wear at this point?
Um, actually, I have to wait till I get on pit road to actually see because I don't remember. I don't know what it is. At this point, I don't know yet. I won't know until I pit.
Okay.
And I should be pitting in the next lap. But my tire wear was pretty consistent between the two pit stops.
Next time by, next time by. Hit 4 full.
Alright, we're getting ready to come on pit road.
What tire is on?
6282.
Okay.
This is our last stop.
So it was a little bit on the tight side. And this is the final stop of the run too.
So the 62, like mine was like 80 something. No, mine was like 90 something. And it's, yeah, what was it? I gotta remember how I wrote it down. What was it? Oh yeah, it was 91.84. So the 91 would be loose, and yours was 62. So where does it get down in like between the 62 and the 91 to be like a happy medium?
Basically, it's basically what it means is that my right front tire is worn more than my right rear, which is why it's tight. I don't have as much grip. As far as finding a happy medium, there's still something I'm still trying to find. And the happy medium is basically going to be found by feel, where you just go out there and drive the thing, and if it feels good, that's what you want to aim for. But my goal when I'm doing tire wear during an actual race, I'm trying to hopefully keep that right front tire above 50%. As well as the right rear tire. I'm trying to keep the right rear and the right front both above 50%. Because once you hit 50%, that means that tire is fucking completely gone.
Oh, absolutely.
I wasn't brave trying to get around the 75. I backed off and let him go. Because I knew if I tried to fucking pass him there, I was gonna kill him. So I bide my time and wait and try to get him at the entry to the next corner. That's hard discipline to get used to doing. Realizing that, trying to pass him here is not going to work. Let's just let it go and we'll try to get him in another spot. I wish more people in iRacing would do shit like that.
It would be nice.
Instead of trying to fucking go for something they know damn well it's not going to fucking work, but they do it anyway. We got 66 laps done. We got 85 out of the 85, so we're just about done. We're about 24 laps to go. Something like that.
19 to go.
I know it comes down to, after the last pit stop, it's about a 20-25 lap run for the final run.
Damn, hit that corner, didn't you?
Yep.
Is it tire error or driver error?
That'd probably be overdriving the corner. Which corner was it that I hit?
Damn, I can't remember.
Because turn 4 is probably me not getting off the brake quick enough. I probably held the brake a bit too long and bound the front end up.
I don't think I hit anybody.
That's one of the things I notice about me on this track the most is turn 4 I have the biggest trouble because I don't release the brake soon enough coming into the corner, and I bind the front end up and it fucking pushes like a bulldozer. That's because I got the way I got my brake bias set. I got my brake bias set to where it's all the way forward.
Right, you got it, what, 70, right?
Yep. And I do that mainly not because I do that so that if I have to get on the brakes to avoid a crash or something, I don't spin the fucker out. Or if I'm getting ready to come on pit road, I don't spin out trying to get on a pit road.
One lap down at the moment.
And when people set their brake bias back, like Emmeline shit does, where she sets it back to 62% or 60% or something like that, like they do in ARCA,
Slowing down.
to me I look at that as, if you're in a fixed series class, you have to do that. But in your open series, using brake bias like that is a crutch to cover up a car that isn't set up right.
We'll be pitting here soon.
If you're set up right, you should be able to run the track at 70% with no problem.
Oh, yeah, you know, sitting there thinking about it, I can see that. Yeah, absolutely.
Because when I first started building the setups and was learning how and started building my setup class and stuff, I originally had everything set to where I'd start always have it set at 62.5. But since I've started doing more setups and actually racing more of them and shit like that, I've jumped it up to 70% now, and I always build my setups around a 70% brake bias. Mainly because on most tracks I don't use brakes at all. And for those tracks you don't need brake bias then. And as I get toward the end of the run, you'll notice me use a lot more brake through the, especially turn 4. Where early in the run I'm kind of braking right before I get into the corner and then releasing the brakes as I enter the corner. But as I go further, I start reapplying the brake mid-corner and a little bit more as I get toward the end of the corner if I'm having trouble getting it to turn. You'll see I start stabbing the brake to where I'm on it, off it, on it, on it, off it, on it.
Right.
And I don't remember if I do it again here in this lap or not, but as we get closer to the end of the race, you'll see more of that happening. Like, I didn't do it that lap. And I'll do that especially if I got cars above me and my car is slightly tight in the corner, and I'll do that to keep from getting into them, hopefully. There I did a little bit coming into turn 2.
Right.
Now when I try to pass the 45, if I try to pass him in the corner, there I'm doing a little bit. you know, hopefully stay out of him. I didn't have to that time, but that's when you'll usually see me tap the brakes or ride the brake like that is when I'm trying to pass a car. Which most people will think would be counterintuitive. You're trying to pass somebody, you don't want to slow down, but I'm doing it to try to transfer weight to that right front tire so it'll turn.
Oh, absolutely.
There I did it on that one right behind the game fish truck and gave it a little bit of brake. Partly so I didn't hit him, but also partly to get the front end to bite. And we're getting now down to the last handful of laps. You're going to start noticing me taking the entry to turn 4 a little bit differently from here on out. I'm going to start taking it deeper. I'm not going to be as shallow on the entry. Yeah, so you see how I'm entering turn 4 now? I'm actually dropping below that white line.
Right.
It means I'm taking it deeper to try to get it to turn better. I do the same thing going into turn 1. I drop below, I try to basically clip the edge of that white line. Yeah, there I clipped just the edge of that white line coming into 4. And I'm doing that because I'm starting to deal with the car is starting to get pretty tight right now. Not real bad, but bad enough.
Yeah, I can see where it's starting to get tight.
And one thing I'm noticing is I'm getting toward the end of the run. As I come through turn 4, it feels like I damn near stop coming through turn 4.
Yeah.
I lose so much speed just to make the fucker turn.
Yeah, I mean, you can sit there and see it dropping like a rocket.
Yep.
I mean, you go from 160, like 160, almost 170 down to almost 120 something. I mean,
That's because I'm really struggling to get that fucker to turn.
right. Yeah, I see that.
Man, I'm trying to get around to 35 here. Hopefully try to beat him back to the fucking start-finish line. I think I get him, though. I can't remember.
Okay, get this. Can I do this without wrecking?
There, I got him.
Oh, that was kind of sketchy, but I made it work.
I overdrove that corner just a bit, just getting around him.
Yeah, I saw that.
Well, that was pretty decent happy hour practice.
But it worked out pretty good for me, so that covers that one. Alright, where the hell is my go button? There it is. There's the Line Rock Park one.
Okay, well, you get that set up. I'm gonna go light my chicken stuff real quick. Did you put them up yet? You ain't been out there yet, have you? Okay. Oh.
Just let me know when you're back.
No. You making a new one? Yeah, I don't know what done to my shoulder last night, but I've had problems with it ever since then today.
Are you back, or you still got do your chicken stuff yet?
Oh, I'm down here doing my chickens real quick.
Alright, so while you're doing that, I'm gonna go grab a pack of crackers or something, so
Okay.
I'm ready for a fucking snack. Even though I already had supper. Alright, I have returned.
Alright, I'm getting ready to walk back up from the backyard in there.
Just let me know when you're ready. I do have to pee too quick.
Yeah. Right. Oh, I know. It's look messy.
Alright. There, I'm peed and fed and ready to rock and roll, I think.
Alright, anytime you're ready to roll.
Alright, here we go. Now we're just waiting on our racing and shit to do its thing. There they go. This track is kind of a bitch.
I cheat, man. I got that damn track map on mine.
I have a track map too.
Oh, okay, so it's not showing on this, and okay.
Yeah, it's over on my right side monitor. But really, the track map don't really help you all that much. The only thing
No, it really doesn't. But it lets me know where the lead car is if
Yep.
they're coming up on your ass.
Yep. That's what only thing I use it for.
Yeah, that's the only reason I use it for. I don't use it for turns or anything like that. Absolutely not.
Now
It's not that good.
now we're coming up on a real difficult corner because of this fucking hill. You come over this hill, it really fucks the truck up. And it's real easy
Now,
to
my
lose
question in real life is does the spotters actually have an idea of where they're at all times?
it. Yep.
Damn.
Now road courses, I'm not sure how the spotters work on road courses, but at the ovals, they usually sit on top of the
I know
grandstand.
how ovals work. Yeah, definitely. But I mean, I was just talking about on road courses.
Yeah, I don't know how they do it on road courses. And then on this one, remember, I'm using an H pattern shifter. You might be able to hear me when I shift. I fucked up a little bit on that exit.
You're doing good. I mean, I'll say that.
Just wait. Just wait. I'm still learning this
Right
fucking
there,
thing.
that hill that went up and then came out like, man, like this is, yeah, it screws you up.
Yeah, that transition over the top of the hill, that really fucks the truck up. Because when you land, if you don't land it exactly fucking square, it can throw you into a spin. And on this particular run, I'm still trying to learn exactly what gear to be in and where, when.
If you didn't say anything last, I would say something's wrong with you because absolutely, I agree with that.
About not knowing what gear to be in.
Yeah.
And I'm still learning the track yet. Now you see those countdowns that are coming up, Don? Those countdown.
Oh, I saw like a 1.
Yep, they go 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Those are your
Okay.
Those are your countdown panels. That tells you when you're approaching a corner.
Now, they're on the left-hand side, right?
Usually they're on whatever side.
Oh, okay. I said, never mind. I said they're in the grass. Okay, got you.
Like if they're on the left side, it means you got a right-hand turn coming.
Okay, I got you. I saw it on the ground right there.
So they tell you not only which direction or that the corner's coming up, but it tells you which way it's going. And I fucked up there big time. It's only on the sharpest turns.
Oh, right there. Yeah, I saw you spun that right there.
And I think 'cause that one I got on the brakes too hard. Too hard and too late. It's definitely not as easy as Emily made it look.
So is she quit? Is she pretty good on these road courses?
Yeah, she's actually really good at them. But there for a while, that's all she was running was fucking road courses. She quit doing oval for a while.
She let that shit get to her, is what it was.
Yep. Me, the only reason I'm trying to learn the road courses and doing the road courses for the trucks and Xfinity that will be doing them or whatever, number one is just to have a break from doing oval, so I ain't doing an oval every damn week. And also, the only other reason I'm doing it is for my participation credit, so I get the money that iRacing pays me for doing a race.
Right.
That way I can get enough money fucking built up before the end of the season to get, hopefully take care of my renewal next year. That way, hopefully, don't have to pay out of anything out of pocket to redo my renewal. It's just going to be all iRacing credits that pays for it.
Well, fuck me. I did. Holy crap. Yeah, I did not know that you could get that much money out of that.
You earn up to like $10 a season. And since they got it split by 4 seasons, that should get you $40. You might have to come up with a little bit, but $40 off of your fucking subscription is a lot of money.
Oh hell yeah! I mean, I'd rather spend 40 than 80.
Yep.
I only done one year subscription this year. That was it. I thought about it. I said, screw it, man. I mean, I just do 1 year.
Yeah, that's all I do is just 1 year. Now a lot of people like Emily now, she's doing hers every month.
Oh, I did that until I made sure I was going to do it, right?
Yep.
And then I figured, well, shit, I'm going to do it. I'm going to pay for it. Just
Pay for it and be done with it.
Yeah, I mean, because in the long run, you're spending way much more. You spend way much more money on it than if you just do it by the year.
Yep. So this don't look too hard, does it?
No, if you just want to ride the tail end of the damn field, I mean, just take your time. It's just what kills you is when and I've done this before, and this is what fucking pisses me off, is I've done it, and and they come up on you, and you're trying to figure out what friggin' damn side to be on to make sure that you're not in nobody's way, and you get these damn pricks that turns around and they still whip your ass, they still bump you in the ass and cause you to spin out. And it's like, man, I mean, I'm already telling you, what side do you want me on? I'll get the hell out your way, just let me know. And no.
Well, basically the best way to do it is just hold the line that you're going to run. Like, for instance, if you're coming up on a right-hand turn where you're going to be diving to the inside, stay on the inside. If you're going to be going onto a corner, it's going to make you go to the outside, stay on the outside. Be predictable is the biggest thing. Let them know where like if you're coming up on like this turn that I'm getting ready to go into now, that's got the blue VP sign on it. That one there, I'm going to try to hang towards the left side till I'm ready to go into the corner. Then I dive down to the right side, and that so that they know where to expect you to be. And that's all I'm going to do when I actually run the race. Is I'm just going to start in the back and just stay at the back. I'm not going to try to compete to try to pass anybody because I'm not that good yet. I probably won't be in a position to actually, hell, even on ovals, I'm not really in the position to actually qualify or to battle for position yet. road courses are at least a couple of years out before I even attempt to do that.
I wonder how many times that these NASCAR drivers has got to go into the sim, and how much time do they spend actually going over, racing these courses to get muscle memory on here and a mental.
Probably about as much as we do. Probably about as much as you and I do.
Yeah, because man, I'm telling you, it's.
Or at least as much as NASCAR will let them, because NASCAR does have a limit of how many hours they can spend in a simulator.
No shit. No, Chad, please don't tell me that.
They do. Because running a simulator is considered a sanctioned test. And they're allowed so many tests per year.
Okay, Chad, let me ask you this. Okay? Let me ask you this. Do you not think that these folks has other ways to go around that shit?
Not really, because it's heavily regulated by NASCAR. They might give them a couple of more fucking. They might, since they've come out with stuff like iRacing, they might give them a few more fucking test dates per year, but it's still regulated.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is if you get in a sim like you've got like iRacing, right?
Yep.
You can see if you've got it set up. Almost to your specs. Oh, I saw that right there. Did you miss your turn or?
I might have been.
It looks like he's going to slam me that wall and realize, nope, I'm going the wrong way. I need to make the hard right.
Yeah, it's probably a situation where I mistimed my braking.
But no, to get into a sim and race your ass off on like iRacing, they can't regulate that, can they?
Yeah, they can. Because every time you log into a simulator, it's logged. And you have to turn your logs in.
Wow. So you telling me that somebody that they can't go under somebody else's name and race?
Nope. It'd be just like fucking.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, they're not supposed to. If they do it, they're breaking the rules and can be fucking fined for it, or even lose points or be disqualified from the series. Because they treat running in the sim as if you rented the racetrack and took your car there and started driving around it for a test. They treat it the same way.
Really?
Yep. And you're allowed X number of test dates per, like Xfinity, say for instance, they get 3 test dates a year per track. So each time they jump into the simulator at that track, it counts as a test date.
Wow.
And they have to fucking.
Man, they're hardcore on that shit, ain't they?
Yeah, because technically, by running sim racing like this, they learn so fucking much from doing it. Is consider if you run. That's why they put a limit on fucking real world testing, and have to do so in the simulator. Because you jump into the simulator, if you get a chance to go in there and do it whenever you fucking want, you can go out there and fucking run. And then nobody else is able to really do. They could do that, but it's considered a test date, and if you do it too much, it's actually an unfair advantage to the other teams that don't have the ability to do it as much.
Okay, all right. Let me ask you something, Chad. Now, realistic. Let me ask you this. And I went through this damn thing, and I found out, man. 35 million is what I think last time I checked it that Danny Hamlin makes.
Yeah.
Right? That's what they showed you, and I think 30 million a year is what, if that's right, I don't know, that's what it was showing on it. But you think, if you telling me a damn fucking organization, all organizations, right?
Yep.
You telling me that you can't fucking afford iRacing?
Not necessarily afford it from a financial standpoint, but from a time standpoint. The amount of time that they would have to spend on the simulator to get any benefit out of it, they may not have enough time to do it. Yeah, it's not so much whether they can financially afford it, it's time affording, being able to afford the time. have enough time to do it. Between working on the cars and all that shit.
I don't know. Race car drivers don't race on. They don't work on the cars.
Some
So
of
I
them
know
do.
that.
Dale Earnhardt Sr. used to.
Yeah, but that back in the day. That's back in the day.
A lot of them now.
I did not know that.
Yep. Yeah, a lot of it's basically due to limits in time. Yeah, sure, they got the money to afford iRacing. They got the fucking money to afford to buy these state-of-the-art rigs that cost way more than anything I could build or you could build cost. Plus the cost of the computers and software and all that fucking shit. The
Right.
biggest thing is the time fucking penalty of how much time they have to practice between doing their fucking stuff that they have to do for their sponsors and doing public appearances and shit like that they're obligated to do, where they have to spend so many hours a week fucking going to fucking different places to meet fans and shit like that, as well as other business things that they do, because not so a lot of these race car drivers, racing isn't their only business. A lot of them have other businesses, like Dale Jr.'s got his fucking restaurants and shit. Plus the fucking drivers who own car dealerships and shit like that, where they are doing other things besides just racing.
I didn't know he had Dale. I didn't know Dale. He had a restaurant. I know he had a wine. I know he done liquor.
Yeah,
but
Whiskey River's a restaurant, I think.
damn, I thought it was just a damn. I thought Whiskey River was a liquor that he done. No, it's called High Rock.
Yeah, that's his vodka company. But
Yeah, that's his vodka company, and then Whiskey River is the restaurant.
yeah, if it's a restaurant or a bar or something like, or a nightclub or something fucking like that.
Well, I see. I knew about High Rock, but I did not know he. Nope, did not know.
And then Richard Childress has his winery. And his farm where he grows all of his fucking grapes for his wine, for making wine. But yeah, this basically the thing about learning these road courses is just get out here and do it is the best thing you can do. Get the seat time.
I just wonder how these drivers that's never done it. I mean, even if you do it one or two times before the race, I mean, damn, just to get on the scene, just to get a feel for it. Then you gotta come out here and try to do something, man. Try to be competitive. Like, man, that's rough.
That's why a lot of them are starting to use the simulators now, and that's why NASCAR is regulating it so much.
I mean, I can see over racing. I can see that, but
Yep, they want to try to keep it.
oh, okay, you got a fast car approach you.
Yeah, it means I'm about to lose a lap, or have lost a lap, and that's the
Okay.
rest of the field.
Well, I mean, you're doing good.
Yeah, basically this is the first. What you're seeing here is the first time I've tried driving with other cars on the track with this deal. Everything else I've done so far has been solo, just by myself.
I tried it on NASCAR Heat 5, I think it was. Like, I said, hell no, ain't gonna happen. Nope.
But the biggest thing I can suggest before trying to do a road course is go out and run a bunch of fucking laps at Martinsville.
Yeah.
That teaches you that you need to slow down for the corners. And this race that I'm running here, this 30 laps, is about how many laps the race actually is. I think it's 31.
Right.
I think it's 31 laps. I know the Watkins Glen one's 31 for sure, and that one you actually have to pit during that one. But the most important thing is to run a consistent line that's predictable, so the cars behind you know where you have an idea where you're going to be. another flag here that we haven't seen yet that's kind of interesting. And I actually make a smart ass comment about the flag when it does appear. It's a white flag, or it's a yellow flag with red stripes. And it's for debris on the track. And
Oh, wow.
and I had it come out one time and it says, I am not debris on the track, I'm still moving, damn it. Yeah, these S-curves here are kind of a bitch. The one with the hill is the one I probably struggle, or that worries me the most is the one with the hill where you come up over the hill.
Oh, yeah. That's the one that, yep, kind of like, yep, that's the one right there, because I know you've hit it 3 or 4 times, and it's like, man, that's just like, because you don't know what, I mean, you know, but you don't know what's up there in front of you, and then are you going to lose traction when you come over that hill right there?
And then the one right at the end of the front straightaway, that first right-hander, that one's kind of a bitch too. That one's real easy to overshoot that fucker. Come into it way too fucking hot. And I think that's the one you see me fucking about miss the corner on that one.
Yeah.
I know there's a couple of them where I've come in that corner too fucking hot and had to fucking abort the corner because I was way too fast and couldn't get slowed down enough.
Damn, you're doing good at holding them off now. I mean, like shit.
Yeah, I'm to the point now where I'm starting to kind of get the hang of it. I've only been driving the road courses for about the last week.
That's it. Now listen, dude. If you've only been doing this for like the last week, and you're at this point, you're good. You're damn good.
And it's just basically, I've had a little bit of experience in another game with this fucking road course, but it's been about 3-4 years. It's been about 5-6 years ago since I've driven this track, so I'm actually rusty at it. But this is the first time I've ever driven it really in iRacing. The first time I raced it was in Forza Motorsport on my Xbox, which I no longer have.
I still got mine, so.
I sold mine to my buddy for $200.
My son sold his a couple days ago for $300.
Yeah, I sold it because basically, after I built the computer and started doing fucking iRacing, I didn't see the need to have fucking my Xbox anymore. Although that's what I built my simulator rig originally for, was my Xbox. But unfortunately, the Xbox didn't support triple monitors, so that's where that ended up. I may look like I know what I'm doing, but I know I still got a long way to go yet.
Well, true enough, but I mean, you're still doing a phenomenal job. I mean, hell, I'm impressed.
I make a lot of fucking mistakes.
Yeah, but the thing of it is the mistakes that you make, you learn, and you know not to go back and do it again.
Most of the time I do that, hopefully. There was another one where I entered that fucking end of the straightaway corner way too fucking hot. The fact I'm at an 8X at this point is surprising. I figured my X number would be much higher than that. Now when we get to Watkins Glen, you'll see Watkins Glen is a much easier road course than this one is. This one's not too bad, Walking Glen is even easier. I think
What's the hardest road course that the trucks has?
Coda. Circuit of the Americas.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I just want to make sure.
At least that I've ever tried. They've also got the street circuit in whatever fucking town it is out in California.
Oh, who hit you?
I don't remember. I don't remember if I go back and see if check the replay to see if someone did hit me, but I think somebody hit me, but I can't remember who. Alright. Actually, I think when I went back and looked at the replay of it, I think I hit them. We're about 6 laps from the end of this one, though. 5 laps. And then we'll go to the Watkins Glen Road course. I do have to make some adjustments to the gear on this thing though, because it isn't quite geared right. I think the gear in this thing might be a little bit too tall, or a little bit, or not tall enough. I might be a little bit too low a gear.
Right.
But I've got until fucking July to get that figured out. That's when we run this track, is in July.
Man, don't be talking that shit, man. Somebody else was talking about July, like, no, don't be, no, please, do not talk July, because, man, July is like, man, it's down here from there, and I mean, it's like, damn, winter's on its way.
Yeah, we still gotta get through winter yet. Winter's not over here yet. But I think this track runs in July, and then Watkins Glen runs in August.
Yeah.
And Watkins Glen is the one I'm actually looking forward to, because I think I might be able to do that one pretty good. I feel pretty confident about it. More confident than I do this track. This track, I still got a lot to learn. The biggest thing that's hardest thing to fucking learn on this shit is how to do the heel toe shifting. About 2 laps to go here. Actually, one lap to go. This final lap, it looks like. White flag.
Like I said, it ain't as bad as you said it was. I think, like you said, I think you've done a phenomenal job.
Yeah, I got a lot to learn though. I'm nowhere near being is good enough to where I'd like to be. I still got to learn my braking points a little bit better and learn the gear selection spots. What gear I need to be in where. I'm still trying to figure that part out yet. Because there's times I should be in a lower gear than I am, but I'm not. Alright, that ends this particular run. Now we got the Watkins Glen Road course.
Watkins Glen.
Kill that one.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the test session for Watkins Glen. We're going to drop the truck. This will be a 31-lap run, which will be the equivalent of the actual race length. I have not tried to do a test racing here yet. Everything I've done here so far is big souls. So we're going to give this a try. I have not tried to do a multi-car test here yet.
Now this first corner at the end of the straightaway here is kind of a bitch too.
Right there behind. Oh, somebody's jacked up right there.
Yep. And the track that's probably the hardest one is probably the bus stop. Because you're carrying so much speed coming into that fucking bus stop.
The area that's going to have the most trouble off this track is going to be this bus stop up here.
Now you see your deceleration signs, right?
No, I did not see that. Oh, is it the little signs on the left hand side I just saw?
Yep, that said like 200, 100, 300. Those are your countdowns.
Well, you know, all 300, 200. No, you know what? That's the first time I ever paid attention to that, dude. Really, that is the first time. I have been so focused on that track that I never paid attention to it.
And then after you come to the bus stop and get through the right hander to come onto the what I call the ball field, you'll see another one on the right side that's 300, 200, 100. Then there's also another one at the end of the front straightaway. Or near the end of the front straightaway.
And green flag.
one I got collected. The 75 clobbered me. Yeah, this bus stop is kind of a bitch.
Oh, I know it. But you hauling some serious smell through there now.
Yep. But yeah, pay attention, watch for the countdown signs. Those are very important of knowing when you're supposed to turn.
See where you just come up on the front stretch right here to pit.
Yeah. I don't know what turn that is coming up right.
Ah, caution.
I think that was a false caution. And I think they throw that just because everybody's moving so slowly after they come out of that corner. Now, thing to remember about road courses have both what are known as local cautions and they have full course cautions. That yellow you talked about that you just seen there, that was a local caution.
Okay, oh yeah, okay.
And it covers just that part of the racetrack. Full course caution is just like it is an oval. When the caution comes out, you got to lock your position to hold yourself in line where you're at until you cross the start finish line.
Okay.
turn 4 is the bus stop. After the bus stop is turn 5. After turn 5 will come turn 6. And then turn 7 in the front straightaway. Yeah, turn 1 is kind of a hard one. I struggle with that one because I usually brake too late and don't get low down enough to make that corner, and I go extremely wide. So that's one corner I have to really work on going forward. I've got the bus stop figured out for the most part.
Right. I'm telling you, man, you're good on this one.
Yeah, this one's not too bad. This one's actually fairly easy. Yeah, this one's not too bad at all. This one here I learned pretty quick. Definitely a lot better than the other one.
Yeah, but even on the other one, we still haul smell with this right here. I mean, shit, this is the freight train right here.
Yeah, this one's actually a fairly easy one to learn. Because most of the corners here are pretty large or pretty wide. You can actually handle them pretty good. Although there's a couple of gotchas.
Damn, 140, 150. And then all of a sudden it just drops.
Yeah.
Drops like a hammer. Drops like a hammer.
That was much better than the last one. Yeah, like I said, out of all of them, that they're gonna run this year, this one will probably be the easiest one for you to learn right off.
Yeah, how many are you going to run?
I'm gonna run the Lime Rock Park one and this one in trucks, and this one also I'm gonna run in Xfinity. I think that's the only ones that are running this year.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think the Xfinity is actually running any road courses except for the ones they've already run so far, or at least for tracks that I own. The ones that are going to run that I don't have, I'm not going to bother buying them.
Agreed.
At least this year, anyway. If I get better at running road courses and get a little bit more skill at it, I might consider buying them down the road, but not yet. So since it's my first year of road course, I'm only going to run the trucks at Lime Rock Park and at Watkins Glen. I don't think Xfinity is running anything that I don't already own. But I have thought about maybe trying to do some fucking the MX-5 Miatas in road course now and then, just for shits and giggles.
Really?
Just to try to get better at running road courses. And since that's a free fucking car that I already have, and most of the tracks for that are free, and I should already have those, I don't have to spend any money to do that one. And those are pretty low powered cars, so they should be fairly easy to drive.
One thing I can say, man, you got this nailed.
Yeah, I still got a little work to do on this one yet, though. There's a few areas I need to work on to try to fix a few mistakes I'm making. Most of them are fucking braking errors. I'm braking too late and too hard. But I'm slowly getting better at it. Considering I first started driving this one in iRacing by myself earlier this week. I haven't really done anything with the road courses till this week. And the only reason I'm doing the road courses now is because I got all my oval setups built for the year. So I've got time to do them now, till it work on them now.
All right.
And once I got to the point where Darlington was ready to go with us, okay, we'll just fuck around with road courses today then. Since Darlington's out of the way and all the rest of my setups are built, get some fucking experience so that when it comes time to run road courses later this year, I don't look like a fucking idiot out there on the fucking racetrack. So I at least somewhat have a inkling of looking like I kind of know what I'm doing.
I get that.
So I don't look like a complete total noob. Well, one thing, if you start practicing these road courses and that for trucks, when the road courses come around to run, there's a good chance we'll be in the same split.
Oh, no doubt. Sure enough.
Because your oval I rating is completely, has nothing to do with road courses. You have a road course I rating, and you also have a road course safety rating. So everything that you've got on oval side doesn't apply to the road course at all.
Oh, I know. Yeah, it's a whole different world right there.
That's basically the biggest reason I feel confident to try to go out and play in the road courses, because I know it won't affect my oval side stuff. So if I completely fuck up, I'm not going to fucking hurt my safety rating or my I rating. The only thing I'll hurt is my pride.
Right. I get you.
One other thing I'd be careful of on these road courses is downshifting. If you downshift wrong, you can spin out.
Oh, no doubt. I mean, yeah, that's the problem right there is with downshift if you ain't careful.
That's why you got to heel toe downshift when you're downshifting. You see how my RPMs blip right before I downshift?
Oh, yeah.
That's a heel toe downshift right there. I don't do that as cleanly as I'd like yet. I sometimes don't get it timed quite right.
Smack it, son. Yeah, to be an amateur, man, you're rocking it. That's for damn sure.
Just wait till I get real good at it. That'll be something to see. Once I figured out what all my mistakes are, because I haven't completely learned what all my mistakes are. As soon as I figure those out and get those worked on and figured out, then I will be fucking something to watch.
Right, right.
And right now what you're seeing is, here's what you don't do. And once you get road courses down, you'll be so much better at ovals. I haven't been playing with the road courses very much yet, but hell, just in fucking Darlington, I can see the difference just from what I played with the road courses the last couple of days versus how I've been running Darlington before.
How does that work?
Basically, what it does is driving the road courses makes you more aware of what's going around you on the racetrack. It makes you more aware of what's going on. Makes you more aware of the track. That's why it helps you on the oval side. That's why the road course guys like Boris said and all them other guys like that, when they do the IROC races back in the day when they jump on the ovals and run with the NASCAR boys, they usually could do pretty good because if you get good at a road course, you can usually run an oval pretty good.
Right.
But sometimes the other way around doesn't work out quite as good. It's hard to take a good oval driver and make him to where he can get around the road course without looking like a fool. And a lot of that is because a road course isn't as forgiving as an oval is. An oval, you can really fuck up on an oval and no one really is going to notice.
I don't know, man. We got some serious people out there in NASCAR that can do some serious damage on road courses.
Yep.
Now, how they came out, how it came about to be like that, I don't know, because
A lot of the NASCAR drivers that
ain't none of them ever done road courses, so.
a lot of them actually have.
Really?
They didn't start out on ovals when they started first racing. When they were younger, like Jeff Gordon and shit, for example, his first race was road courses and go-karts.
Damn, I did not know that.
Yep, where they run like a fucking road course that's made in a fucking parking lot. Where they make little fucking small fucking road courses that are about the size of a Legends track. So where the road courses are like maybe an eighth of a mile or a quarter of a mile in length, and they're running go-karts on them. Kind of like you'd see at a theme park.
Right.
And that's how they get their start in racing. And they get pretty good at running the road courses, and so when they jump to NASCAR, and NASCAR goes to a road course, they've already got it in the bag because they've been doing it for fucking years. Because most of those fucking NASCAR drivers that are good road course drivers, they started racing go-karts when they were like 13, 14 years old, 12 years old, 10 years old.
Right. Yeah, I'm watching Braxton Bush do this, so I'm watching him come up the ladder, which is really pretty cool.
Yep.
So it's Kyle Bush's son.
I think Keelan Harvick also got a start in go-karts too.
Oh man, I'm watching him and his son damn race. Boy, his son put a damn damn dude. There's a YouTube video out there, man. Damn, I cannot think of the name of his son's name. Anyway, he turned around, put a whipping on his dad's ass, and daddy came back and says, "No, it ain't gonna work like this. I'm gonna show you who's boss." And showed him up, and he won the race. Kevin did. Still, I mean.
Probably Keelan Harvick.
His son's coming along pretty quick, so.
I raced against that Keelan Harvick in iRacing. He's a pretty good driver from what I remember racing against him. I run against him in trucks about a year or so ago.
Yeah, that's got to be interesting to sit there and race against somebody like that. That's pretty cool.
I've also raced against Steve or Steven, either Shane or Steve Emile, and neither one of them that Emile fucker used to be a NASCAR driver, and that fucker can't drive. That fucker wrecks more fucking people than he fucking does. I don't like racing with him because he's a fucking dirty driver and he can't fucking drive. He usually ends up wrecking out. That's why he lost
Right.
his NASCAR ride. And after seeing him drive in iRacing, I see why he lost his NASCAR ride. That fucker can't drive. All he does is fucking wreck. And it's either Shane Hamill or Steve Hamill. I can't remember which one it is.
Never heard of that. Don't even know the guy.
Yep, that's the only NASCAR driver that I've really raced against, except for Keelan Harvick, Kevin Harvick's boy.
Yeah, yeah. I'd like to get that kid's autograph and Braxton Bush's autograph, man, because later on, I don't give a damn what, but it says later on, man, them two right there is going to be some damn big kick-ass drivers.
Yeah.
Now I'm waiting to see what I'm waiting to see if Carl Larson's kid's going to be out there trying to race, but I've not seen him out there. He's at that age. He should be out there now racing, but I don't think he is.
He may not be interested in it.
Yeah.
Just because daddy's a race car driver don't mean the kid wants to be one either.
They got this first black girl, man, and she says she's going to start racing in ARCA, man.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Hopefully she turns out to be a lot better driver than Bubba Wallace was.
I'm curious how well she's. I mean, I'd like to see. I mean, compared to her, and because you got her. Oh shit. Haley Deegan, and there's another chick out there that rides ARCA. But yeah, I mean, shit. Yeah, I mean, more females in the fields. I mean, more the merrier.
Yeah, I just hope she don't turn out to be a fucking idiot like fucking Bubba Wallace. He was a fucker, can't drive, and he fucking throws race into everything.
I cannot stand that guy.
Yeah, he throws race into everything, and not the good kind of race either. He throws a race car to every fucking
The
thing.
only reason I will say he's somewhat good, but the only reason I think he's got the right is, and I hate to say it like this because I am not racist, none whatsoever, but I think it's because he's black, man.
Yeah,
I really do.
I 100% agree with you. He's only out there because of fucking the fucking political correctness of it. If it wasn't for that, he'd have been out of fucking Petty Enterprises a long time ago. Especially when he fucking rage quit iRacing during the fucking invitational back during COVID. And all the other fucking bullshit he's done. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of his.
No.
He's too quick to blame everybody else for his mistakes.
Right.
Same way with Danica Patrick. That was one of the reasons I didn't like her very much, because she would always blame everybody else for her mistakes. And that.
Well, I want to see when this woman starts and see where she winds up at in a year or so.
Yeah, but if she does a good job and can actually drive, I'd probably follow her. But is she gonna be a fucking another Bubba Wallace, a female Bubba Wallace? Then I'm
No, I'm done.
Yep. Or if she's gonna be another Danica Patrick, I'll be like, fuck that shit. Krashika is what I call Danica.
I don't think you will ever see. This is my honest opinion, dude. I do not think you'll ever see another female in NASCAR. They might make it to Xfinity, but the female industry, the racing industry will never see another female in NASCAR.
I think a lot of it is because most women aren't interested in that shit.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, they might go from market a truck to Xfinity, but they will never make it up to the professional level of racing. The only reason that Danica got in it.
It's because she fucking was so fucking good in IndyCar.
Yeah, but that was it. And I mean, she really wasn't that good in NASCAR.
Nope, she wasn't.
And you look at Natalie Decker, right? I mean, I don't give a damn what anybody says. I mean, if the girl wants to go out there and race, and she's got the money, and they're willing to back her, more power to her.
Yep.
Right. And I mean, it ain't like she's going out there and trying to spin people out. I mean, the girl rides. I mean, she does a decent job. I mean, even though she might finish in the 20 somewhere position. I mean, she's not out there wrecking people, so I mean that's fine.
Yep.
And I mean, but and she only does a certain amount of races, and that's it.
Yeah, the biggest reason you're not probably going to see much for women in NASCAR is because number one, there ain't enough of them that have an interest in driving to where you make it to where you're going to have enough of a pool to pick drivers from that will actually end up in NASCAR. There's just not enough drivers that are going to be interested in doing it. Because most women I know of have no interest in getting behind the wheel of a race car.
There's only a handful out there.
Yeah, there's only a handful of them that are into cars, period. Most of them don't like it either.
There is one I used to follow in iRacing. She was a female, but she does NASCAR, but she does course.
Yeah.
So, and she's not even from the States. So.
I've seen a couple of them. There's one of them I was following for a while from fucking England or something.
Yeah, I think it might be the same one.
She was a road course driver mostly. But most women don't like dealing with cars because they're too fucking hot, they're too fucking dirty, and they're too fucking loud.
You're right.
So they play with other shit instead. Hell, you don't even see all that many fucking women that are into classic cars and fucking hot rodding cars and shit like that, or restoring old cars. It's mostly guys doing shit like that.
Right. I mean, there is a handful.
But not very many. And the ones that are into it.
It would be nice if you seen some females that are doing that.
But the ones that you do see doing it, they're only in it because they got boyfriends or husbands that are into it.
Right.
It's like that Leah Pruitt, she's really only in it because her dad was in it, and Tony Stewart's in it, and they're married, so. Otherwise, if Tony wasn't in it, and if Lisa Pruitt's family wasn't big into fucking racing, I don't think she would ever got into drag racing.
No, Leah Pruitt would have never done it.
Yep. Yeah, like I said, most women aren't interested in doing shit like that. They'd rather fucking do other things. They'd rather do women things, whatever the fuck they call that. Well, I'm not too far off on these road courses. I still got some work to do and some more learning to do, but I think I could probably go.
Enough, but damn, like I said, Ted, I mean, off of both of them, you're knocking it out of the park. I mean, for 1 or 2 weeks into this thing, yep. I mean, you're not doing too bad. I mean, hell, way better than I would be.
Yeah, basically it's just going out there and just having a feel for the car. Knowing when to brake, when to not brake, how much to brake, and when to get off the brakes. That's probably the biggest thing I got to work on is my fucking braking now. Learning when to brake, how long to brake, and when to get off of the fucking brakes. Because that's some of my problem is I'm staying on the brakes too long, or I'm not braking soon enough, and I'm braking too hard.
Right.
And I'm locking the brakes up on a couple of the turns. And the old adage is when you're on the brakes, the fucker doesn't want to turn very good because locked wheels don't turn. And then the nice thing about road courses is building the setups for the road courses is a lot easier than building the oval setups. The road course setup shit. This road course setup for Watkins Glen, I think I built the fucker in like 15 minutes.
Damn.
And all I had to do was just set my camber and that was it. Cambers and tire pressures is all I did, and then worked a little bit with gear. And I haven't touched anything. I haven't done anything with springs, shocks, or I haven't done anything with crossweight. I did a little bit of fucking adjustment on the basically checked out my fucking tire pressures, make sure my tire pressures looked good and shit like that, and basically made sure my cambers are set so my tire wear was even across the tread face, so I get as much grip
So
as
you
possible.
just started out with a non-SS setup, and that was it.
Nope, I started off with the iRacing baseline or default fix setup.
Really?
That's what I started with my for the road courses. I just went to the iRacing fix setup and just went through there and made sure everything was, and basically started working with the camber.
Nothing else. The camber and tires.
Cambers and tire pressures.
Wow.
Other than making sure everything else was equalized and exactly the same on both sides. That's the only things I've done.
Okay.
And I played a little bit with caster, but that's about it. The only thing I've done with caster is I basically set it to about 6 degrees of front caster on both right and left sides, because that's what Dad uses in his Mustang when he was road racing his Mustang. And I remember back when I raced RC cars, all the road course guys liked to run a lot of caster in their cars.
Get car coming up on you.
Yep.
Show tire info.
Oh shit.
Show that tire.
We're looking at the tire wear?
Oh, is it the end of the race?
No, that was just pit stop.
Oh, okay.
I was coming in for my scheduled pit stop for that run. Because I wasn't going to have enough fuel to make it to the end.
Okay. Oh, apparently everybody else is coming in too.
Yep. I was about ready to lose a lap though, because I was on the tail end of the lead lap when I pitted.
Show relative.
The leader came in right behind me.
Show that tire.
I had a hell of a time trying to find my black flag clear penalty to get rid of that fucker. So I could clear my black flag.
Oh, I did not know you could do that.
Yep. I was having trouble finding the fucking clear penalties fucking option.
That's pretty badass doing that while you're doing a road course.
Yep.
Damn, that's talent right there.
Just now more luck than fucking talent. Yeah, that was a nice clean pass. Or was.
Oh, that was a nice pass right there. Oh shit! Oh damn! Oh.
It was a good pass until it wasn't. Yeah, I fucked up and got into him. I thought he hit me at first, and then I went back and looked at the replay. It's like, no, that was me that got into him.
Wow. Oh, that's a pretty view right there. Damn, that is nice.
And that's basically my, that's basically my Watkins Glen test.
That is cool.
Yep. Now Watkins Glen and Lime Rock are both free tracks. You should be able to go on those and test them if you want to.
Okay.
Just to kind of get a feel for it.
Yeah, I will.
Just remember with the road courses, brake early and brake often.
Right.
And don't lock them up.
No, that'd be a bad thing.
And
right
the
there.
first couple laps you do on them driving slow so you can get used to where all the turns and shit are.
Yeah, definitely do a full set. Do a good 30 laps and find out where all the points are before you actually go out there and try to race it.
Yep. Because that'd be something that'd be fun to see you do here as we get into road courses later in the season for trucks. And have a chance to race against you on the road courses. Because I don't know how likely we are to be able to race against each other on ovals because of our I ratings being too far apart.
Yeah, I'll definitely do the road courses with you. I mean,
Yep.
shoot ya.
So get plenty of practice in because you got a little while before we got to worry about road courses. Like for instance, I think the first road course for the trucks is Watkins Glen, and that's coming up here. When does it run? Yeah, the first road course is on the 9th of May. That'll
Okay,
be,
yeah. I got a little bit of time.
yeah, there'll be Watkins Glen, and then the Lime Rock Park comes in July.
Okay, that gives me a little time to work on both of them.
Yep.
But yeah, I will definitely do that. So I'd like to get in that same split.
And since both of our road I ratings are the same right now, for all intents and purposes, we likely will end up in the same split if we get into the same, try to race at the same time. We probably
Right.
will be in there. So go ahead and get plenty of practice in, and let me know how it goes for you.
I will. I definitely will. But yeah, I'm gonna jump off here. I took some medicine for my shoulder, man. It's got me a little on the drowsy side, so